Good morning, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we got a lot of videos for you all today because there's been a lot of new Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece news. So this video is going to be going over the brand new Alliance Insight cards. We got a brand new generic Dark Machine card, which is like Orcust sort of support. And we also got a brand new Dragon Maid Fusion monster we got to go over with you all. And yeah, let's just get straight into this. So first things first, we have NT8000 Cyrus, Sirius. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's a level 8 Dark Machine effect monster, 2300 attack, 2500 defense, and it has 3 really solid effects. You only use the second and third effects of this card in once a turn. If this card is linked, it cannot be destroyed by battle. So as long as the link monster points at this guy, he is battle immune, which is a pretty decent protection. Its second effect is during the turn a link monster activates effect. Notice how it says not during when a link monster activates its effect, it's during the turn. So if a link monster, let's just say, I don't know, Heat Soul just drew you a card. Well, it doesn't mean you have to immediately activate this card. For example, like Pit Night Early. Pit Night Early requires a monster to activate and then it activates. So this card just says, hey, a link monster activated its turn, your opponent activated a link, I activated a link, whichever. This guy's not a quick effect. You can target one face-up monster, face-up card on your field, and one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy those targets. So that's a pretty solid effect. I don't like you to destroy one of your own cards, but theoretically, if you have a card that's like immune from destruction, or if you have a card that you don't mind losing, popping any card your opponent controls face-up is a really solid effect. It does have to be a face-up card, so this card cannot go after like face-down back row, but it's still a pretty decent effect. And then its third effect is that this card is sent to graveyard except from the field while you control a Dark Link monster. Spell summon this card, but when it leaves the field, it is banished. So that right there is a weird summoning condition. So basically, this card has to be sent from either the hand or from the deck to grave, and then while you control a Link monster, you have to already control a link monster. My apologies. If a card is sent to graveyard except for the field graveyard, basically you must already control a link. Then you have to Foolish Burial this card, and then because you control a dark link monster, you can spell summon it. That's a weird restriction. And then it banishes itself when it leaves. I don't even know why it does that. It can't spell summon itself if it's sent from field to grave. So why does it matter if it's back in the graveyard? That is a weird restriction. I don't know. I don't like this thing's summoning conditions. If it was a lot easier to summon out, I think it would be a lot better. Foolish Burial isn't a bad restriction. It's a Foolish Burial that requires a Dark Link monster. So, i.e. Orcust, they do send Dark Machines. I guess they can send this card. However, I feel like there's just better targets. You want to send the Orcust monsters. You want to send like World Legacy Wand. You don't want to be sending Sirius. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe this card's way better than I'm giving it credit for. But you know what this card feels like to me? It feels like that two-headed dragon card that came out, I believe, in the Tier Element set. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was either Tier Element set or it was the Bastille set. But basically, it was like, you can seals into this guy, and then this guy pops 2 cards. And everyone was like, this is going to be what Dragon League needs. It's going to be the best card. And now Dragon League doesn't even play that fucking thing. You know what I'm talking about. It's like a fucking Garnet, but if you summon it off of lovely seals, it pops 2. So you go like seal, balance, pop 2. But I don't know. It feels like that. It feels like this extra like pizzazz. But is it good enough? No. And it feels like just another brick that Orcust does not need. Especially since they just became way more consistent with the Link one. Why introduce a brand new brick into the mechanic? I don't like it. But we also have a brand new Dragon Maid card, so let's talk about that. This was revealed, I believe, yesterday. It's time to crown the duel with Perilia Reigns. This is the brand new Fusion Dragon Maid card. I bet this is the fusion monster of that brand new Dragon Maid we just saw. So let's get straight into this. This is the dragon form of that card. It's a level 8 Dark Dragon Fusion effect monster. 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense. The Forbidden Princess, the Fairy Dragons. There's a lot of Fairy Dragons lately. Just talking about Fairy Tail Dragon support. Anyway, in materials is one Dragon Fusion monster and 1 level 7 or higher Dragon monster. You only use the first and second of its card's name once per turn. Uh, During the main phase, quick effect, target one card your opponent controls or in their graveyard, banish it. If you banish a card from your field, return one Dragon Maid monster control to the hand. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, it discards in your graveyard. Return one Dragon Maid you control from your hand to extra deck if you do spell summon this card. Really solid monster. It is just a free banish. And you do have to return a Dragon Maid in order to get the banish from field. However, this card is just a DD Crow for anything engraved, which is pretty nice. It's a quick effect. And its materials are pretty hard. It's a Dragon Fusion monster plus a level 7 or higher Dragon monster. I don't know how you're supposed to summon out her plus the other level 8 Dragon plus the Omni-Negate Dragon. I don't know. I think this card's really good. I like that it's brand new Dragon Maid support. I'm glad Dragon Maid didn't just get the 2 cards and that's it. Same thing with Orcust. Even though the new Orcust card isn't the best, maybe it's like good enough. But you know what this does give me help for? And I know I always got to bring this back because I am a Punk player. If Dragon Maids are getting a little bit more support and Orcust are getting a little bit more support, who's to say in Alliance Inside that we are not getting another Punk card? Now, I know that seems a little far-fetched, but we didn't think we were getting another Dragon Maid support card this year either. And here we go. We have the fusion version of that card. And we have a pseudo Orcust card in the form of that T8000 series or whatever. So who's to say we don't get another Punk monster? Maybe a new extra deck monster, maybe a new main deck monster, maybe a new spell, or maybe just a generic card. It's just like, oh, this is technically not a Punk card, but it's like second game Punisher level where this card feels like it's just like made for punks. Like it's not by name a Punk card. It has like no archetype relations to this archetype, but everything this card does, it just completely synergizes and like perfectly fits into punks, which is what the Gold Pride do. Gold Pride is not a Punk archetype, but they work like a symbiotic relationship. Their levels match up, they revolve around their life point differences, they're all extenders, they give you free advantage. It feels like a Punk card, even though they're not punks. Same thing with the Goblin Bikers. They're not punks, but they're all level 3s, they're extenders, they work really well with the deck. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, I hope we get more Punk support, and that's not really what this video is about, but I felt like if I don't say it now, and then some Punk card is revealed in Alliance Insight or the set after, and I didn't get my voice known, they'll be like, oh, you're just saying it now. No, I'm saying it right here in this video. We are getting Punk support besides the 2 cards we already had revealed in this year. I'm calling my shot. We're getting more Punk support, maybe 1 or 2 more cards. And besides material actors, besides new Goblin Bikers, and besides maybe even new Gold Pride, and besides the 2 new, Punk cards we already got revealed. Anyway, that's all I got. See you next one. Bye-bye.